Well, a team of Indian Army has spotted what they think are footprints of the Yeti. Yes, indeed, this is Yeti, the mystical character which is apparently there in Himalayas, and on your screens you can see what are believed to be the footsteps of Yeti. Now, the reason why this is being believed is because of the size of the footprints, which is massive, which is 13 by 5 inches long and wide, which is why they are claiming that this is none other than Yeti. There is already something which has been tweeted out, these pictures on your screens, tweeted out by the Indian Army. The Army team who had gone there on an excursion has managed to spot this. So let me go across to Srinjoy. Srinjoy, this is massive because this has been part of folklore, if you may. And if we have a proof of this, this may just lead to a lot of scientific interest as well.
Well, this is the day of Baghdadi and the Yeti. First of all, these pictures, just as far as the Yeti is concerned, what the army says is the Yeti, the so-called Yeti. So far, only footprints have been found, which is fine. But to believe that there is such an animal called the Yeti, or whatever, a snowman called the Yeti, there has to be much more evidence. Now, all you have are footprints in the snow, and very large footprints. Now, there are good reasons why they could be very large footprints. For instance, if there is something on the ice, if there is a footprint on the ice melts, and subsequently it freezes again, by which time the footprint would be larger. So there are reasons for such things, but nevertheless, these are very interesting photographs, and surely the army will go to biologists and other experts and look at them. It has to be mentioned that in 1951, very similar footprints were found by Eric Shipton, the mountaineer, and he too had photographed them along with an ice axe, as the army has done.
And Srinjoy, was that also in roughly the same area in the Nepal region as they've been discovered this time around?
No, at that time it was also in Nepal, but a slightly different part of Nepal. It has to be said it was done in 1951, after which Sir Edmund Hillary himself and journalist Desmond Doig, the late Desmond Doig, they tried to find the Yeti. There was an expedition in the late 60s. Again, it was not found. These people stayed at 19,000 feet above in the mountains for a long time looking for the Yeti, but it was not found. Now, these are new pictures. We will have to see what happens. The army says.
Absolutely. Do stay on with us, Srinjoy. In fact, let me go across to Pranesh as well. And I believe, Pranesh, there are some more pictures that you can possibly take us through, because it's mind-boggling. 32 by 15 inches long and wide footprints.
You know, Meghna, ever since Yeti footprints and these pictures were tweeted by the Twitter handle of the Indian Army, there has been a debate, so to say, on social media. There's a lot of interest that this topic is inviting on social media, and we've accessed these new pictures that Srinjoy has sent, and look at the size of the footprint here. These are obviously trekking gears that the expedition team had taken along with it. Let's go to the next picture and see. They are trying to measure the footprint here. You can see a couple of Jawans from the Indian Army expedition team. Let's go to the next one here. Meghna, this is the main picture. This, they would have us believe, is the footprint of Yeti. And we have more such pictures here. They are using one of those gears to perhaps measure the size of the footprint. There are also people on social media asking about the veracity of the claims made by the Indian Army. Many refuse to believe it, and they are saying that how is it that there is only one footprint? So now these are obviously questions which will be debated, and we'll have to wait and watch how the Indian Army, if it chooses to respond, what it says in its response, Meghna.
Well, of course, we're going to be tracking the developments very closely and see if there are many more pictures coming up. But just to be very clear, 32 inches is roughly this big. So who really has a footprint that big? Well, hopefully the scientists can find out. We cannot vouch for its veracity.